Crystal, after already 70 years or more about the Holocaust, genocide still happens in this world. And we have the Mandel Center for Study of Genocide and Holocaust. What's the importance after so many years of still doing it and still studying Holocaust and bringing it?
I would say the importance of studying the Holocaust in the Mandel Center, which is the academic center at the Holocaust Museum, the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, where we support the research and the infrastructure for the research on the study of the Holocaust, both in the US and internationally. First of all, the study of the Holocaust is important in and of itself as a piece of history. It's a piece of European history, also history, global history of Latin America, the history of the United States. It's I think increasingly important in a world in which there is a rising phenomenon of Holocaust denial that we have not fully come to grips with, grappled with the implications and legacies of the Holocaust. Itself requires the continued study of the event.
What, for example, now there are people that make similarities between Holocaust and other genocides, or about Israel with the Palestine. Can we do it the same? Is the same thing? What's
Well, of course we can do it because people do it, right? I mean, one I think important thing to keep in mind is that Holocaust studies is an interdisciplinary field, right? It is a field in which historians work, but I am an anthropologist of the Holocaust, and the work that we do in the social sciences, in anthropology, political science, sociology, is fundamentally comparative. We always compare and contrast. So to hold the Holocaust as a genocide in the same frame as other genocides, I think is critically important for those of us particularly who study the Holocaust within a social scientific framework. And also illuminates, I would say, both the experiences and the commission, the execution of other genocides, and actually the reverse should be true as well. Holocaust historians, Holocaust scholars should be looking at other genocides in order to expand our understanding of what we know to be, what we don't fully know to be, the Holocaust.
You spoke about denial of the Holocaust. With the pass of the time, it's more easy for the denials to say it didn't happen. It was not like that because we are losing survivors, we're losing monuments. Everything is becoming like history, like you said, and it's becoming a museum of something that happened so much. That how to bring it to people to show them that Holocaust really happened, that there were more than 6 million people killed there, that it was a machine of death. How to bring them to show them that it was real.
Right. The question is how to translate the history into a public history.
Exactly. Right. More than a public history into a public fact.
A public fact, right.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, I would say definitely it's a challenge. It's a challenge that we've taken up for 25 years at the Holocaust Museum in Washington. How to bring it is, I think, to integrate the study of the Holocaust into the commemoration and the educational programs and the exhibitions, such as the exhibition at the Holocaust Museum, our traveling exhibitions, is work that we do in a variety of formats. But I think that question that you raised about comparison is an important one, that the relevance of the Holocaust to more recent experiences of genocide, to more recent histories of atrocity that took place elsewhere that have no immediate connection to the Holocaust. Right? And yes, thematically, right, and in terms of the history of suffering, people can understand the ways in which the similarities and the differences function. I think that's important to maintain the relevance.
And about this relevance, and about that, just to finish, you know, all the museums of Holocaust, they are using the name more, keeping out the name Holocaust and putting Tolerance Museum or Memorial Museum instead of just being a Holocaust museum. Why? It's not.
Our museum is a museum of the Holocaust.
All right. And you spoke about only Holocaust, I know. But here,
we talk about the Holocaust broadly understood. And I myself, I'm an anthropologist of Rome. I work on the Romani Holocaust.
all right.
So already we have a broader understanding of the Holocaust, of its victims, and of the extent and the magnitude of what happened in the Nazi period, but also more broadly in Europe. in North Africa and other parts of the world that the Holocaust Museum has pursued for 25 years. It is, I think, actually the legacy of the Holocaust Museum is this broader understanding of the categories of victims, of the magnitude of the event and its legacy.
And it's important you are here at our university, and you are going to be in another university at the same time, both important universities in Mexico. How do you feel being here talking about Holocaust before in front of a public that is not Jewish?
Right.
That is important.
Yes, I'm very pleased to be here in Mexico. We are starting a process of academic outreach to Latin America, and we think Mexico is particularly important in this endeavor. The centrality of the Mexican universities, in particular, and their importance in Latin America and globally, is something we hope to draw on as we figure out how to expand our academic programming to include the Mexican scholars, Latin American scholars, and the work that is done on state-sponsored violence and mass violence, political violence, and the history of atrocity in Latin America, whether it is Holocaust-specific or more broadly about Latin American history.
Thank you very much. We are going to hear you speak.
Yes, I actually have to go now.